What's good, people? Welcome back to another video. I'm Winston, and today I think I have a travel video for you. So for all you YouTubers who are starting a travel YouTube video, tap in, check in. This might be for you. Without further ado, let's get into it. And
hello from Myrtle Beach. Today we are going to take you on a walk down this gorgeous beach, and we are going to tell you what Myrtle Beach is really like in the month of July. Hi, I'm Carmen. If you're new here, we cover everything in the Myrtle Beach area. If you're a return viewer, welcome back. We are so glad to have you with us. It is a gorgeous but super hot day here, which is typical for this time of year.
Carmen's intro, my voice cracked a little bit there, but it's cool. Carmen's intro was clean, simple, to the point. I liked it. So I'm wondering if her other videos are all covering Myrtle Beach. Like, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting for a channel. To extremely niched is what I'm thinking.
We're going to talk about the weather, but we're also going to tell you about crowds. We're going to talk about all the events and exciting 4th of July stuff and what to expect. We're going to talk about some road closures and other information you need to have to enjoy your 4th of July and or July vacation if you're coming a little after July. So first off, let's talk about the weather, since we already mentioned that. It is hot and humid in July, as you might expect. No big surprises there. There's sort of that chance of an evening, afternoon thunderstorm pretty much daily, so don't be shocked by that. It usually comes and goes pretty quickly. It doesn't happen every day, but it can definitely happen. Let's talk about averages. The average high temperature in July is 88 degrees and average low is 73. But don't let that 88 fool you. We frequently have temperatures where the real feel, so not the actual temperature, but the real feel with the humidity is in the hundreds. So just
We ain't tripping on 88. I'm in Houston, so we'll get 100 and have like 70% of humidity, so it'll feel like 108, 110 outside. So 88 sounds like a good time to me.
be prepared for that. It's a whole nother level of humidity and heat than you may be used to, depending on where you're coming from. So plan accordingly. You might want to either be in the pool or the ocean in the heat of the day in the afternoon, or you might want to be doing an indoor activity. If you're interested in indoor activities, we do have a video on our channel. It's called What to Do When It's Cold or Raining, but that also would apply to super, super hot temperatures. You can find that by going to YouTube, searching for Carmen and Brian Myrtle Beach, and then just put in raining in this case, and that should pop right up and give you some great indoor activities to do in the middle of the afternoon when it's so, so hot. Also, if you have an oceanfront hotel, you could, of course, sit on your balcony. That would be fun. Speaking of fun, right over there where you can see the Ferris wheel in the background. That is Family Kingdom. Family Kingdom is a fun place to go. It's an amusement park here in Myrtle Beach. Of course, we have a video on that too if you're interested in checking that out, but that's fun.
I wasn't laughing at nothing she said, but I'm not going to talk about people either.
For the whole family, definitely a fun thing to do there. So let's talk about the water temperature. So this is the ocean water. It ranges from 82 degrees to 86 degrees. So pretty warm. It's like almost like bath water. Not quite. It's not quite that warm, but it's pretty warm water, comfortable to the human skin. So it'll be nice and enjoyable. And it still cools you off despite the temperature of the water. It does make you feel cooler once you get in there. Here's a better view of Family Kingdom while we're walking by. This lot right here is where Splash's water park used to be. Right now, they're doing some grading on it, so we don't know what's coming next, but we'll let you know. Oh, look, this is fun. Some people are going out on a banana boat. That's fun. They do boat rentals right in this area. That's what's happening there. That is fun. They're going to have a good time. And so lots of things to do here right on the beach, as you can see. Now let's talk about crowds. So there's no crowds here because we're not by a hotel. We're right by this empty lot that they're working on. But let's talk about crowds. July is probably the most crowded month in Myrtle Beach, except for Memorial Day weekend. I think Memorial Day weekend is actually slightly more crowded because there's a large bike festival that weekend. But 4th of July in particular that week, because so many people have the entire week off, it is packed here. It's just absolutely packed. So if you're coming that week, strategies. Go early wherever you're going. The early bird does get the worm, so if you're eating out, go early. Make reservations if you can. If you can, eat lunch instead of dinner out. It depends. I know a lot of people like dinner. But if you do go to dinner, look for early bird specials. So you get money off and you get to not wait so long. So all those things are tips to keep in mind. And the early bird thing applies to attractions too. If you go earlier, they'll be less crowded. There'll be less lines. So definitely keep that in mind. Got some fun boat rentals here. That's pretty cool. So we're going to go up here and pass them. So also, let's talk about the crowds again in reference to traffic, and we want to talk about the traffic patterns here. So the traffic in Myrtle Beach can be a little tricky during, especially the 4th of July week. Also on the weekends, on Fridays and Saturdays from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m., they will close the northbound lane on Ocean Boulevard. And when they close that northbound lane on Ocean Boulevard, you can only go south. So if you're staying in one of these hotels on Ocean Boulevard, you're going to have to only go one direction. So you'll have to circle back around to get over to your hotel. So that can be a little tricky, especially if you're from out of town and not as familiar with the area. Tips for getting by in the very busy traffic is to actually go up to 17 bypass.
Wait a minute, I just peeped something. So this video, right? This is just B-roll video, and all these tips, and she probably wrote this down and doing a voiceover over her B-roll video. How simple and brilliant is this idea? All right, Carmen and Brian. All right, I see y'all.
If you need to go north to south, or if you're really going a long way north to south, you can go on 31, but that would only be if you're going like from, say, Surfside Beach to North Myrtle Beach, a really long way north to south. If you're going a short way, you can definitely take, there's also Kings Highway, but it's incredibly busy too. Just like Ocean Boulevard, it moves faster than Ocean Boulevard, but stays pretty packed with people. So I definitely would look for 17 bypass to get from north to south. Or if you're going a shorter distance, you can look at Robert M. Grissom. That will help you with the traffic. If you have any questions about getting around in the crowds, let us know in the comments below, or any other questions about the month of July, definitely let us know in the comments. Also, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to give it a like. That helps other people find our videos, so we greatly appreciate that. We really do. So let's talk about events, and there is some exciting stuff. It's not just...
Speaking of that, if you made it to this point, it's much appreciated. Thank you for being here. I love watching small YouTube channels and bigging them up. And who knows, maybe I can review your channel one day. But the only way that's going to happen is if you like this video, you share this video, and you comment down below on this video. Let me know what's up. Talk to me. Let me know what you think about the reviews. But other than that, let's get back to it.
Singular events, but there's stuff that's going on almost constantly in July because we are in prime summer season. So a lot of exciting things to share with you. As always, double check the times and dates online because they can change from the time of this recording. So we mentioned in our June video, but just to remind you in case you missed that video, Conway River Fest is June 28th, starting with river races at 10 a.m. and culminating at 9:30 p.m. with fireworks. This kicks off the 4th of July holiday week, and at 8 p.m. that night, which is June 28th, Night Ranger is actually going to headline this year, and that's who's saying Sister Christian. So if you're a fan of that 80s band, you might want to check that out. And if you're not familiar with Conway, it is a small city that is west of Myrtle Beach. It depends on where you're staying in Myrtle Beach. It's like a 20 to 30 minute drive, depending on where you're staying within the Myrtle Beach area. Riverfest is something we enjoy and go to every year. It's more than what I mentioned. They have a festival, they have a golf cart parade, they have like food, drinks, stuff for kids to do. So it's really a cool kickoff to the 4th of July week. Now moving into the actual 4th of July week, our other favorite thing is the salute from the shore. It is a military flyover of planes. It starts at 1 p.m. at Cherry Grove, which is the very north end of North Myrtle Beach, and then it ends near Bluffton. So it covers the entire Myrtle Beach area, both north and south, and we definitely recommend checking this out. And the nice thing about it, you can just go out on any beach and enjoy it. You don't have to be in a specific place. If you're further south, obviously it'll be a little after 1, but not long. Those jets move fast. And every year it varies what they fly. Sometimes they have fighter jets, sometimes they have vintage planes, or a mixture of both. And they also ask that you wear your red, white, and blue. They will film you and send it to the military overseas to sort of give them a cheer from home. So it's a really, really cool thing. Definitely
Sounds like a
recommend
good time.
checking that out. So easy to check it out, and it's something free to do as well. Surfside Beach, which is just south of Myrtle Beach, has a 4th of July festivities from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. There's a breakfast with Fox and Friends at Neil and Pam's. At 11 a.m., there's a 4th of July golf cart parade on Ocean Boulevard. And then also on the 4th of July, Murrells Inlet Boat Parade is at the Marsh Walk, and the parade starts at 2 p.m. that day. If you want to catch some fireworks for the 4th of July, I'm going to give you a list of all the locations. There's a lot. Myrtle Beach Boardwalk has fireworks at the 2nd Avenue Pier at 9 p.m. The Marsh Walk and Murrells Inlet at 10 p.m. North Myrtle Beach at the Cherry Grove Pier at 9:30 p.m. Broadway at the beach at 10 p.m. Barefoot Landing at 10 p.m. Also in July, there's nightly entertainment at Broadway at the beach from 7 to 10 p.m., including live music, characters strolling, stilt walkers, and more. In addition to their 4th of July fireworks that I mentioned, they will also have fireworks on Tuesday evenings during the summer. And also to celebrate Broadway at the Beach's 30th anniversary, they're having fireworks at 10 p.m. starting June 30th, and that will run nightly through the 4th of July. So that's pretty cool. And then also Barefoot Landing has similar evening entertainment and fireworks, with the exception of the 4th of July, are on Mondays at 10 p.m., weather permitting. So many things to do, especially if you're here during the 4th of July week. If you're not here during the 4th of July week, then there are lots of things to do at Broadway at the Beach and Barefoot Landing, including those fireworks that I mentioned. Again, always check websites to double check the times. If you know of any other cool things to do or events, leave those in the comments below. If you'd like to learn more about Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Hello from Myrtle Beach.
All right, so that was what Myrtle Beach really like in July. What's Myrtle Beach really like in July by Carmen and Brian. That video has 4K views, 4,000 views, 9 days, 183 likes. It's going to be 184 because I appreciate how informative the video was, and that's actually the comment I'm going to leave. And speaking of the comment section, let's see what other people saying down here. This guy says, "You guys do the best videos about Myrtle Beach." So this must be not their first video about Myrtle Beach, which I kind of expected after what she said in the beginning. Somebody says, "Beautiful. The Sandy Beach Hotel is very nice, and we stayed there every time we visited the beach." So we got hotel suggestions. Yeah. Thank you too for the great video. Let's see what other people are saying down here. What a beautiful view. I love the sound of the ocean. This is why we pick September and August. Give September less crowds. I guess he meant crowds. In the restaurants, less crowds. Kids, because they're in school. So where we go, not as many people. Okay. That's good, guy. Thank you. 98 out here in Raleigh today. I'm telling you, it's hot in the south. But it looks like it's a lot of support down in the comments for this video. And it seems like people come strictly to them for information about Myrtle Beach. Let's check out their page.
When planning a Myrtle Beach vacation, there is a lot to consider.
Okay, Carmen and Brian at Myrtle Beach. Subscribe for new weekly videos. So, like I said in the beginning, I kind of had an idea this was an extremely niched channel. When they say niche down, these people took it to the extreme, and it's working out for them. They have 22.8K subscribers. They've dropped 1.1K videos, and they're probably mostly about Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, vacations, tips to help you plan for your next family vacation. Our Myrtle Beach, South Carolina videos include the top things to do in Myrtle Beach, such as the boardwalk at the beach, Barefoot Landing, Ripley's Aquarium, so on and so forth. All right. They go all the way social medias where you can find information about them. Let's go to their videos. So look, extremely niche. You know what you're getting when you come to this page. Myrtle Beach Boardwalk, Jurassic Golf Myrtle Beach, Boardwalk at the Beach, Myrtle Beach Ocean Boulevard. You know exactly what you're getting when you come to this channel. This is actually a pretty great idea. This is a pretty great idea. For anybody who lives in any city, this is a great idea for somebody looking for an idea of something to do with YouTube. Just imagine for a second. Just imagine in whatever city that you're in, um, you make a YouTube channel about it. So it can be Diego living in San Diego, and he just talk about different events and the culture around San Diego, the events that's happening in San Diego's at the different bars, at the different festivals, and because let's stay with a wine festival or something. It's always something going on when you're next to a beach. This is a great idea. Real quick, let's go back. So overall, actually, we didn't have to come back. Overall, I know this is a great channel. The thumbnails are great. The titles are great. They're extremely niche. People know what they're coming back to these people for, which is a great thing. I think this is for anybody looking at, I guess, a travel channel where you don't have to travel. Like let this be a light bulb above your head. And I think there's a bunch of things that made this video great. I like how they talked about I like how she talked about the different aspects of Myrtle Beach, such as the weather, the crowds, the traffic. And she talked about the problems, but then she gave suggestions. She gave solutions. And they were real life solutions, not some AI generated solutions like and not no backwards GPS. You know how GPS always send you the wrong direction to get where you're going. I felt like her suggestions were to the point, that were easy to follow. Like if I decided to look up the highways in Myrtle Beach just because she told me that one highway was closed, I could. I sound like I'm rambling, but I got a lot of thoughts going on right now because I really enjoyed that video. I liked how she's explaining in July it's a busy time because there are a lot of events going on. One thing, this video dropped 9 days ago. I wish it would have dropped like 3 weeks before July. Because imagine if I found this 3 weeks ago, I could have actually planned for a trip to Myrtle Beach because I would have already known what was going on and what the weather was like, what the crowds were like, what the events were. But I love how she gave a great breakdown of what you can do to beat all the things that annoy people about vacations. And to actually enjoy your time. This was a great video. I think the channel in itself is a great idea. She spoke about Riverfest too. I'm down for a festival. I'm ready for a festival. That's another reason why I wish this video would have came out 3 weeks ago. But that's all the commentary I have about this channel. I think it's great. For those of y'all that want to start a travel channel without traveling, I'm gonna say it again. This is a great idea. You should definitely check out Carmen and Brian's channel about Myrtle Beach to give you ideas about what you can do with your channel, and how you can structure your videos and actually give great information in your videos. They did that, and I'm proud of that. Other than that, I'm Winston. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna catch y'all later. I'm gone.